Hey everyone, welcome back to another Gundam Seed episode reaction. I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump right in.
Ooh. They're just like, what the heck? Cyclops system. Yep.
クルーゼは彼から詳細な報告を上げさせろ。アイリーン・カナーバイか数名の議員が事態の説明を求めて議場に詰めかけています。少し待て。
Yep.
臨時最高評議員会の招集を要請するものと思われますが、ともかく残存の部隊をカーペンタリアに急がせろ。はっ、浮き足立つな。欲しいのは冷静かつ客観的な報告だ。フラインらの行方はまだです。かなり周到にルートを作っていたようで、思ったより時間がかかるかもしれません。
Oh, dang. So the Kleins, like, betrayed, Zaft, huh? I didn't expect that. Is it just... There's no way that they're just siding with Earth Federation forces, though. But, I don't know. Maybe, I guess he just doesn't agree with Zala's views. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I kind of like that. You know, Lacus had an idea, kind of had a plan. So I guess maybe he did know. Like, her dad probably knew who Kira was and was like, just kind of waiting for something. I don't know. Huh. How much did they know was going to happen? Oh, no. Now we're headhunting. This isn't good. No, dude.
共に逃亡し行方のわからぬその父、漏洩していたスピットブレイクの攻撃目標、子供でもわかる簡単な図式だぞ。クラインが裏切り者なのだ。なのにこの私を追求しようとでも言うのか。カナーバラは奴らの方こそ、いや奴らこそがかくまっているのだ。そうとしか考えられん。
It's not the only explanation, but yeah.
父、なんだ。
Oh my god, such a fucking piece of shit dad. Who does that? What did you call me? Sorry, Chairman Zala. Like, what? Bro, that's it's your son, man. Oh, such a piece of crap. He's definitely like... I don't think it was Klein that did it. I think he's... I don't think that's right. I think it was Croissant that probably leaked the information. Someone was a spy, and I don't know. I feel like it was maybe a Croissant or something. Because that deal we saw that he made, like a swap of information, I'm pretty sure that was to the... But that doesn't make sense. Like, they probably knew about it way long ago. Because they could not have just prepared that Cyclops thing like that fast. Right? So it was probably in preparation for like months, at least. Unless that just scene happened out of order. I don't know. Oh man, he just keep getting missions to kill his own friend. That's crazy. Oh no.
X09A ジャスティスはニュートロンジャマーキャンセラーを搭載した。
Oh. So there are NJMR cancels. I think I was hearing about this in the comments, but dang, dude. That's going to send a new type of dynamic. Why would they equip a Gundam with that? I don't know. I don't understand the point of that. Like, so you equip the... Well, maybe. I mean, it'd be like sending a drone out, I guess. Like, equip the Gundam with it to get in there and do some damage. Or take out the jammer and then you could then send a nuke from far away? I don't know. Damn.
ニコルや君や多くの若者が戦場でその身を犠牲にしてまで戦っているというのに なぜそれを裏切るような真似をする者がいるんだ。私はそれが悔しくてならんよ。犠牲はもうたくさんだ。だからこそ N ジャマーキャンセラーの搭載にも踏み切ったというのに。
But see, that's like not the answer. That's like, oh, let's just keep escalating what we do in the pursuit to end it faster. It's like, no. Right? I mean, it's kind of like the whole mentality we had during World War II, or just the World Wars in general. Just kept trying to develop more and more technology and being like, oh, yes, let's just get better technology so we can end it faster and just annihilate the enemy. But then it causes more problems, right? The same with this, like, let's create an end jammer. Oh, wait, now we can't use nukes, so let's create a canceller so that way we can use nukes. And it's just going to escalate. Then the Earth forces are going to find something else and blah, blah, blah. This keeps going back and forth. But, like, the reason behind it is just dumb. It never does actually help anything, right? It just makes matters worse. I don't know if I like him in red, honestly. Oh, hey, look at that. He's not MIA anymore. MIA does not equate death. What? What kind of question? Yeah, come on. Although, see, again, I don't know how long it's been since he, like... This has probably been a little bit, like a month or something, maybe. I just wish they would explain the timeline a little bit. I need someone to tell me what's going on here. Like, how long has it been? No hugs? It's not gay, bro. Just fucking hug. Kiss a little bit. Put some tongue in there. Oh. I don't think you can just do that, though. Like, legally speaking, it's like, no, you signed a contract. I mean, he can, like, leave, you know, and be AWOL at this point, but you can't just be like, oh, I was considered MIA, and I just came back and was like, yeah, I don't want to fight, you know, for you guys anymore. It's just funny, because he's, like, trying to be, like, a vigilante like Batman, but instead administering justice during war and stuff like that. It's just, it's a little weird. It kind of does remind me almost of the dynamic of, like, what Gundam 00 was trying to do. Where they're like this other entity, you know, that was free of all nations but wanted to interject themselves and everything. And I feel like that's what Kira's kind of getting at here, which is an interesting standpoint, but it's just, dude, you're just one gun. They would eventually get orders to kill you too, you know? And I don't know. Like, I think he believes that they will kind of be okay with that, even though I know, like, higher-ups in the Federation forces would not like that. And realistically speaking, even if they were on his side, I mean, you were to see Athrun fighting against them. They might fight against Kira as well, eventually. Although, that might be the thing. That maybe why Bad Girl becomes a antagonist, maybe, or something. To where they all ditch the Earth Federation forces and decide to fight on their own and do their own thing as a crew. Because they didn't agree with the Earth Federation's forces' ways of doing things, and they're seeing, like, how genius they are, but also not necessarily agreeing with Zaph's views. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe they join Orb, and Orb eventually gets involved in the fight or something. I don't know. Orb has to eventually get involved. Then why even say it? So stupid. If you're asking for data, you're asking for information, I have to decline. But I will tell you what it... After I've already, you know, kind of given the biggest thing about it. Okay, so never mind. I was misinterpreting what that was, because I thought they meant that the Endjammer Canceller was just... That thing could cancel out the Endjammers in the in a specified area, which, who knows, maybe it still can, but it's in itself, it is powered by nuclear energy, so it doesn't need as much like resupply for certain things, which is also interesting. You didn't even like her, dude. Whatever.
N ジャマーと磁場の影響で今のところ通信は全く。応急処置をして自力でパナマまで行くんですか。歓迎してくれんのかね。いろいろ知っちゃってる俺たちをさ。
Oh, yeah.
なく戦列を離れた本艦は敵前逃亡艦ということになるんでしょうね。
Okay, so I think I'm gonna be right here.
また罪状が追加されるわけね。
I understand this position, right? But at the same time, it's like you can fight back against like a corrupt like military. It's hard when like there's like such a corruption that things don't matter and there's no rules that are being applied to those in the power, right? But there are still rules, and I'm sure if they kind of showed the truth to a majority of people, then they would not agree. Because the thing is, these types of actions are done by a minority of people, right, in power, making this choice. And most people would not agree with it, as they definitely don't agree with it. And most of those people are, the Eurasian like forces definitely did not agree with it. So, I don't know. I understand where they're going with this. But at the same time, it's like, some part of me wants to say it's really unlikely and unrealistic for this to really happen, even if it was in this situation, because they could just go back and be like, kind of tell the truth and be like, yo, this is horrible what they did. They should never do this again. We're going to fight back against it, like, by a political standpoint. And because they didn't really do anything wrong. They were just trying to save themselves. And of course, yes, the higher-ups in those Federation forces, I can definitely see in this universe being like, you know, trying to court-martial them. But I'd be like, no, dude, like, there is still a legal and due process in this world. So that's just the part where I'm like, it's not a complete dictatorship, right? Although it might be hinting that it is. It's just, it's kind of hard. But I mean, even democracies, right? Sometimes you can create dictatorships with enough influence, right? Tell them the truth. Little do you know.
注意とフレイは言ったよ。
そう。
俺はお前が死んだと思った時すごく悲しかった。
サイ。
だから生きてて戻ってきてくれて本当嬉しいさ。でもなんでお前はそうなんだよ。
What?
俺なんかとは違うんだって。いつもお前を見て。
Okay. So you know what? You guys are right. There's definitely been a very big tone change or shift here. After the whole, like, everyone died. After Tolle and the turning point, really. So I do enjoy that. This is good. I've been enjoying these episodes more. Yeah, because I don't feel like I'm just absorbing stuff. You know, I'm just like intaking it. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it. This dynamic. Sai's character is finally getting some development here. You know, he's kind of showing his emotions a little bit. We've been slowly developing. What the heck? And I like this display that we're having here, and actually some like raw emotion going on. And he's like finally like dealing with this stuff that he's felt like a while ago. But it also sucks that they waited so long to do these things, because it's like, come on. We've been putting it off for a while here. It took them, I feel like the writing, you know, just took too long for some things. It's good though, we finally got there, but man, there's definitely some part where I'm starting to feel like this could have been a shorter season. Oh, is that her saying? Oh, okay, damn.
ピークちゃん、やはりあなたが連れてきてくださいましたわね。ありがとうございます。
ラックス、
はい。
どういうことですかこれは。
お聞きになったからここへいらしたのではないのですか。
では本当なのですか。スパイを手引きしたというのは。
キラにお渡ししただけですわ。新しい剣を。
Oh, damn.
今のキラに必要で、キラが持つのがふさわしいものだから。
キラ、何を言ってるんです。キラは、あいつは。
あなたが殺しましたか。大丈夫です。
Damn, dude, what is up with Lax's character? She's so... I don't even know how to feel about her sometimes. Because out of nowhere, she's like, did you kill him? And he's like, you know, like, she'll be like talking like, oh, it's okay. How's it going? Did you kill him? And you're like, I don't know. There's a screw loose in her somewhere. Like, she's got to be fucking psycho. My gosh, she's caught the coggly fever, man. Just pointing a gun at anyone whenever he gets mad. Like, bro, you can't just be doing this.
スランが信じて戦うものは何ですか。
Mm-hmm.
いただいた勲章ですか。お父様の命令ですか。
ラックス。
Dang.
そうであるならば、キラは再びあなたの敵となるかもしれません。そして私も。
Well, they found her.
敵だというのなら、私を撃ちますか。ザフトのアスランザラ。
ご苦労様でした、アスランザラ。
なんだと。
さすが婚約者ですな。助かりましたよ。さあ、おどきください。やむを得ない場合は射殺との命令も出ているのです。それをかばうおつもりですか。
そんなバカな。
Oh, damn. Hell yeah. I love this. So now there's a Zala faction and a Klein faction. Because they're both, like, radicals on either end of the spectrum. So, this is what I will say. Like, from this perspective, right, what we're being shown in the show, I'm supposed to believe that Klein's perspective is, like, correct. Like, oh, we're supposed to be doing this, but no, what they're doing is also not necessarily the right answer, right? There's not really any right answer in war. Because either way, you have to make these harsh decisions that are kind of unrealistic. I think it's kind of cool what they're doing. It's just hard because, like, Kira and them, right, they're kind of being forced into a war that they didn't really want to be in the first place. So then they're like, well, we're going to fight both sides now. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, they're both doing, like, some pretty crappy things, right? Now, I guess it makes sense. Like, the whole military regime is bad. It's just also really hard with, like, say, especially the Earth Federation force. Zaft, I could see, yes, all being controlled by one person because they're a much smaller, like, force, really. Well, they might not be, honestly, but the Earth Federation forces, like, the whole Earth forces coming together, right? That's so diversified that it would be crazy to label all of them as bad. Even the leaders, right? However, obviously, as we've seen, all of the competent people keep dying, and we're left with all the really radical political figures. I can see it happening, especially in this universe with what's going on right now. This is also, like, ridiculous, because they could definitely just fight from the inside. I'm just saying, like, I just want to point out that I know what they're showing in the political, like, hemisphere here that they got going on in the show. And they're trying to show that Kira and Klein's way is the right way. However, I don't necessarily agree with that. Is just because, like, there is definitely another way to go about it, and they could have decided to do a different route. Obviously, they've been stonewalled, so now they've been pushed so far that they feel like that they have to, use this alternative method and then make both of the sides their enemy. Which is just gonna be interesting because then, like, yeah, they might have to side with Orb or something.
ありがとうアスラン
Damn.
もうよろしいでしょうかラクス様。我らも行かねば。
マルキオ様は
無事お立ちになりました。
ではアスランピンクちゃんをありがとうございました。毎度毎度
Are you gonna go with him? Or go with her, Alpha? Come on.
地球です。お話しされたらいかがですかお友達とも。
Okay, just, yeah, whatever. You just be like, yeah, bye, Atherin.
Alright everyone, that was a great reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, smash subscribe, leave a comment down below. As you know, I always enjoy reading you guys' comments. And don't forget to check out the Patreon for completely uncut content on there to Gundam Seed, as well as a bunch of other series. But anyways, thanks. Bye.